going through. I find it in this crazy old world. I need strategies, strategies for living radio. Your dose of radio rehab. Strategies for living radio. Every time I listen, Lauren and David share strategies for living, and it makes me aware. I've got strategies for living, strategies for living radio. Your dose of radio rehab. Strategies for living radio. Your dose of radio rehab.
You know, we need them. We need those strategies, don't we? Those strategies for living. So are you ready? You ready for your daily dose of radio rehab?
Oh, I am ready.
I knew you would be ready today, especially because, you know, we're starting. The year is still young.
Yes.
And so we need special strategies from a very special life strategist. That would be Stacie Slabaugh.
Hi.
Hey, welcome. Welcome to you and welcome to all. Welcome into Strategies for Living. I'm Dr. David McMillian. She is psychotherapist, PLPC, Lauren Leon McMillian. And you already know our life strategist is Dr. Stacie Slabaugh from the Balanced Life Wellness Center.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. See, we're not too far into the year to not say Happy New Year. Of course, I'm still writing 2025 and probably will be in June, but that's another story.
That's why I keep having to say Happy New Year to remind myself.
Remind yourself. Yeah. Actually, you know, I've been pretty good this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I so far. Yeah, knock on
Very
wood.
good.
Yeah. So you've got a lot of things that we're going to visit today, huh?
Yes.
And
I think so.
yeah, some special strategies.
Some special strategies for 2026.
Yeah. Well, you know, so
could
many
use
people are
those.
saying 2026. There's a lot of fear out there about what is to come.
There is a lot of fear. We've been through a lot over the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of signs out there too, right? Like
Yeah.
the idea that it's a 1 year numerologically. And then in the Chinese zodiac, we're, moving from the wood snake to the fire horse.
Yeah.
There's lots of things culminating around that.
Yeah.
And so
I am one that I do have hope. I do see a bright future, but to get to the other side, we often have to, there's a little bit of chaos. There's a little bit of fire. There's a little bit of, so we may still have to walk through a little bit of that before we see the beauty on the other side.
We'll talk about that and more all today here on Strategies for Living. Folks, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you, and we appreciate our sponsors who make it all possible. The Balanced Life Wellness Center, Robinson Film Center, Azalea Cleaners, Pintail Roofing, Learning RX, We Train Your Brain, Fertitta's Delicatessen, home of the Godfather, Alligator Italian Sausage, Pretty Good Muffies too, Uprising Addiction Center, and Mira Direct Primary Care. We've got a lot to talk about today with Stacie Slabaugh, our life strategist from the Balanced Life Wellness Center. Back in a moment here on Strategies.
Tune in daily, find the light. Healthy mind and spirits bright. Strategies for living strong. Feel the vibe, it won't go wrong. Body moves and soul align. Catch the rhythm, feel the time. Radio rehab every day. Chase those clouds of gray away. Your daily dose of radio rehab. Lift you up when skies seem drab. Mind and body, spirits free. Living life in harmony.
And welcome into Strategies for Living. Lauren Leon McMillian, Stacie Slabaugh, David McMillian with you here on Strategies for Living. Usually you get an introduction.
Yes.
And I'm remiss in my hosting
Where
duties.
is my introduction? No, I'm kidding.
I have not given you a proper introduction today, so let me say that Dr. Stacie Slabaugh, well, we are blessed in this community that
That's an understatement.
she decided to follow her dream
Yes.
and pursue. She got a master's degree, an MBA and a master's degree in counseling from LSU Shreveport, a doctorate on top of that, and
And another new doctorate recently. Don't forget that one.
We can't keep this girl out of school.
True, I have a problem.
Yeah.
I have a problem.
I don't know that it's a
I
problem.
don't know that it's a problem. but we are blessed as a community because you've used all that schooling to establish a very unique center in our community.
I'd add all the schooling and self-healing and self-work.
Yes.
You've put it to good work.
Yeah.
It all culminated into what I'm doing now.
And it culminated into what is the Balanced Life Wellness Center. And if you don't know about it, stay tuned and exactly stay tuned in more ways than one, because the Balanced Life Wellness Center is a unique healing facility in our community. And everybody knows where it is. If you've been in town for more than a minute or two, you know where Strong's is, right across from
if you've
Centenary
been to
College.
Strong's, you've seen it.
And Balanced Life Wellness Center is right next door to Strong's, 617 Kings Highway in Shreveport. Excuse me. So if you have not checked out Balanced Life, I invite you right now. Thebalancedlife.us.
Yes.
And great website, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
And you can even make your initial appointment.
Yes.
On the website.
On the website.
And so, Stacie, you've now been at this a few years now, and we mentioned in the opening of the program, a lot of people have some trepidation.
Yes.
With regard to 2026. And I know obviously we all look around and we see the conflict in our world, whether we're looking at a local level, a state level, national level, or world level, it's all around us.
No matter which, quote, side you align with, it's both sides can feel it. Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are afraid of AI. A lot of people are excited about it. But there's a lot of people that, say, AI is going to replace this person, this profession, that profession. And, there's just a lot of fear.
There is a lot of fear.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's, and some of it, I would say, if we just take AI, like everything can be used as a tool for good, and everything can be used as a tool for evil or bad.
Yes.
And so really stay in that center lane, finding that balance. That is, really the way it has to be done. I do talk to some older people that are just scared to death of AI. I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want to go near it. I don't want to.
And the truth is they probably already are.
And I've told them that.
Yeah.
I've said, you're already dealing with it. You don't even know you're dealing with
Right.
it. But being
So
scared
best to be
of
aware.
something is just as dangerous.
Yes.
Right. And it's here. The fact is it's here. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to magically go away.
Right.
And being scared of it, keeping that fear going is just as dangerous as going overboard with it.
Right.
So we have to find that center ground to use it wisely. We can let it benefit us. I use it. I've had to employ it for my telephone systems. I use it for a little bit of creativity.
Yeah.
If I'm feeling stuck somewhere, I might plug some in.
We do the same thing. We use it more for ideas.
Ideas,
Yeah.
Than
yes.
anything else.
I'll get the idea, but then I still very much want it to have that human touch,
Right.
that human thing. So I may plug a question in or plug an idea in, let AI flesh it out a little bit, but then I make it mine.
Right.
It's mine. I put my own
Spin
creativity and cognitive
creativity.
thought.
Yep.
And so we don't want to be scared of it. We don't want to go down that road. That's just as dangerous. But on the flip side, we don't want to give it our life.
Right.
We don't want to give up our creativity, our thought, just if you think of a calculator, right?
Yeah.
It's no different that, people, oh, wait, hang on. I don't know what 8 times 4 is. Let me
Let me pull
let
it.
me plug it in.
Exactly.
I can't do it
Calculator.
without
You
it.
can't
Yeah.
do it. We can't do math in our heads anymore.
Yeah.
Well, and
We
the
can't
newest
remember-
studies are showing that with
Right.
with people who use it, especially for writing. You
Yeah.
know, when you start to use it, you lose that functionality.
You lose that
within the
functioning
brain.
in your
Yeah.
brain, right?
Yeah.
And so then that goes also into what we all do sitting at this table, which deals with mental health.
Right.
And, even I have seen online and in social media and comments, oh, AI is my therapist. What are you scared of AI for? AI is my therapist. I couldn't live without AI.
Yeah, AI has definitely becoming a big, I don't know if it's primary, but it's a big interface.
Yes,
For-
a huge
for
interface
mental health,
for
yeah.
mental health. And that can be okay.
But we've also
To an
seen that
extent.
it can be dangerous.
It can be very
There's
dangerous.
lots of
Right.
evidence recently
It
that it can be
can.
very dangerous.
And it can be dangerous in a multitude of ways. Not that we lose our own touch with our inner self, right? God, I'm just going to go ahead and say this, in whatever perspective you want to take it. I am a Christian. God dwells within us.
Absolutely.
And if we stop going within, then we're losing touch with ourselves, with our thoughts, with our creativity, and with the God who dwells within us, the higher power inside of us.
that
And I
loss of
think
touch is far more
is far more,
dangerous than
yes.
anything else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. And I think you're onto something there, Stacie. I think that's really, really one of the key things that we have to keep in mind as we begin this relationship with AI is to remember, just like with everything, AI is a mirror. Right. And so it can only meet us and respond back to us, reflect back to us ourselves.
Yeah.
And so it's really important to, if we can use it in that way, it can be a really powerful tool to delve even deeper into yourselves.
Right.
Right.
But it is also programmed
Right.
by humans.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So one of the questions is, the least of which is who owns the data. I think people have stopped worrying about that a long time ago. The whole world owns the data. Everybody owns the
Yeah,
data.
it's all
but
out
for
there.
people who are scared, there is that element. But then it goes into who is deciding what advice is appropriate, right? Who is inputting the inputs, or who originated the inputs into AI that is kind of, for now, it will grow, and it is growing off of how much we use it every day.
Right. Right.
But that kind of original content, it's not
There
human.
is a source material,
There's
and
a
where
source
did that source
material, and
material
where did that
come
source
from?
material come from?
Well, and a lot of them are feeding off of everybody else. And so it seems like it becomes more human-like. And so it's even more important that we remember that it's not.
that it's not
right?
human.
And I
Yeah.
think so often the way that I understand some particular AIs are built is sort of as a feedback yes man, right? And so
they
that's where it
actually
can
are.
become.
Yes, I have seen that. I've witnessed
Okay.
that myself.
Yeah.
And that's what turned me off, because I don't want that.
Right. Yeah.
But that, yes, AI can very much be a yes man, and it's going to.
And again,
it
it
can
ref-
feed you BS.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it
And,
reflects back you.
You know, I caught it when it was telling me how great I am. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Am I in a narcissistic relationship here? I mean, like, what's happening? I don't, I want it to answer some of my questions. I don't want to hear that. So is
Right.
it building us up? Is it falsely building us up?
Yeah.
And then when does that guidance, that advice, or a simple guidance turn into more of a major influence that may
Yeah.
not be for our best? And it is harder to discern the influence, because if I'm sitting across from you and you say something I don't like or that I don't resonate with, I'm seeing body language, I'm getting feelings. I can, I always call it the dog ears when you say something that's like, makes your ears perk up.
There's
Wait a
also
minute,
the
wait.
energy.
You know, the energy you're
exchange.
getting. And so if someone across from me, even my therapist, says something, I may trust him or her fully, but she or he says something that I don't fully agree with, then I can see that, I can sense that, I can feel that, I can tune into that, and I can say,
Let's
I'm
talk
not
about
so
that
sure.
some
Let's
more.
talk
Yeah.
about that. Let's flesh that out.
Right.
With AI, you're not going to pick that up as quickly.
Right.
You're
And
not
I
going
think
to pick that up as fast.
That's across the board, not just with the therapeutic, with the mental health aspect, but that's also, we're seeing that with the art, with the videos, right?
Yes.
Where it's becoming increasingly difficult to tell, whether it was created by humans or by AI.
Right.
And so I think this goes back very much so to kind of something you said earlier, the importance of having that connection with the divine within,
Yes.
with yourself, because in cultivating that, you'll be able to recognize that inauthenticity more.
And the divine, so multiple things were just said that was so deep that without people realizing it, it's about connection.
Mm-hmm.
And it is about, the divine is in each of us, right?
Right.
The divine is not in AI.
Right.
So AI is a tool.
A tool.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's a tool. It's just like my phone or my calculator. It's a tool. It can be used for good.
Sure.
The divine does not live within it. And so that is another thing of talking to your therapist or your health practitioner or whoever it may be, and feeling that connection and that divine connection that you're not getting
Absolutely.
with AI.
Yeah.
We're talking about a lot that, a lot for all of us to think about today here on Strategies for Living. Doesn't surprise Lauren or I, because that's what happens when Stacie Slabaugh shows up from the Balanced Life Wellness Center, thebalancedlife.us. We'll be back. More to come here on Strategies.
When life gets loud and you can't find peace, there's a calm that's calling you release. Lauren, David, and Stacie too, bringing balance and healing to you. Sound is the bridge where science meets soul. Tune into healing, let it make you whole. Tune out the chaos, tune into you at the Balanced Life. We'll help you renew with Stacie and Strategies for Living. Find your rhythm, your light, your beginning. Because everything is energy, and vibration connects us all.
Truer words, never sung.
No, that is beautiful.
Welcome back,
Thank
folks.
you, Lauren.
Welcome back into Straight. You know you've arrived
Yes, when I get my own
when you get your own
song.
song. Yeah.
Touched.
Well, welcome back, folks. Welcome back into Strategies for Living. Leon McMillian, David McMillian, Dr. Stacie Slabaugh from the Balanced Life Wellness Center. Have you checked out have you had an opportunity to check out the Balanced Life yet?
Go do it.
And if you haven't, look.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah, definitely. Everything's energy, like the song says.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is frequency. And if you have not experienced that, let Stacie show you.
Yeah.
You will be a believer once you actually experience it. And it's so easy to book the initial appointment, thebalancedlife.us.
It is.
And you can book the appointment right there online and experience for yourself.
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and put in a plug real quick. I don't have it up yet, but by February 1st, I will have up that there will be a discount on gift cards for Valentine's Day
Oh,
for your loved
fantastic.
one. So I'll go ahead
Excellent.
and plug that in because we may not do this again before Valentine's Day.
Well, yeah, and
What a great Valentine's gift.
we all look for unique gifts
Yes.
for gifting occasions. And sometimes, I think especially we men, we scratch our heads. What am I going to do? What am I going to get?
Yeah.
So guys,
Get
check
the
out.
gift of relaxation
There
and
you
healing.
go.
Yes.
There you go.
Your wife will love you forever.
Amen. Amen. All right. So we were talking about that fear factor thing. Do you think there's a lot of loneliness out there? I even wonder if there's a loneliness epidemic nowadays.
Yes, I think loneliness and isolation, they're kind of going hand in hand. And I think that drastically increased, after the pandemic.
Right.
And there are indications that it is that it continues to grow and that it is getting worse.
Yeah, that we haven't totally rebounded.
Yeah, I'm not one to be negative. I think at some point we will rebound. We're not there, and I don't think it's going to happen this year. I do foresee this year we may grow in a lot of ways, and a lot of things may change for the better. But with AI still being relatively new on the forefront, and it becoming a growing thing, like we talked about in the last segment, with AI and other things that are happening in the world right now, I see the loneliness and almost willing isolation furthering for a little while longer.
Yeah.
And we don't want to give in to that, which is a reason, back to the last segment, to be careful with AI as your therapist, right?
Yeah.
Or your friend. I
Or your
think
friend.
A lot of people have crossed that threshold,
Because
right?
if you're already feeling lonely or isolated, that's going to further that. That's going to take that further down the road when now, you may have isolated yourself from friends or family. Maybe it's not for political reasons. Maybe it's for, just it became more of a habit during the pandemic and we haven't really grown out of it. You haven't moved out of it. And so our circles are smaller. Our interactions are a little less. They might be a little more surface level. We have a little more fear, I think, of talking to each other.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go. One of the things that I've seen big time come out of the pandemic, because I did my internship on a college campus right after the pandemic. And one of the biggest things that I watched there, and I continue to watch in my practice, but also in the world, is I think we came out with a great deal of social anxiety.
Yes.
I mean, that's part of the loneliness epidemic. And I think they're tied together.
Yeah, very much tied together. Yeah. And I think right now that it is worsening, and I am not being political or blaming that on any political party. It's just a societal thing at the moment.
Yeah,
due to
deal with.
A confluence of tons of things. A confluence of politics, a confluence of recovering from the pandemic, a confluence of AI, right? The world right now is just colliding in this explosion of loneliness and isolation.
And some people may say, well, we all get lonely at times in our lives, and that, I guess that's true, but we're not built for chronic.
No,
we're not built for chronic loneliness.
We're very much built for connection.
And the thing that we need to be aware of is, because we are built for connection, Stacie, when we allow that chronic loneliness to seep into our lives, it can express physically.
Oh,
not just in mental health, but also our physical well-being.
Well-being is absolutely determined from. So when we get lonely and anxious, we get sad, we get depressed, and so we think of all that as being just mental, but that is some of the very core beginnings of negative physical health side effects.
There are some studies that I've actually seen come out within the last few years around cancer that describe cancer as the survival of the cell, right?
Yes.
And so it's almost like the cell has come to think of itself as alone.
Yes.
As in isolation. And so what would it do?
So it clumps together.
So it clumps together and it produces rapidly to create that community and to proliferate and to survive, right? And so if we see that in the body, right, on a physical level, I'm thinking, are we seeing that also on a collective level in society, where if we believe that we are so isolated and so separate, that we're going to behave in that way in kind of these desperate ways.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Just the way a cancerous cell has become desperate.
Right.
And then we know what that does to the body. So I'm wondering, what is that going to do to the collective human body if we, engage
if we
in that?
don't get it under control, if we continue to give into it, in one way or another. And
Yeah.
not to be too dramatic here, it will be the death of us,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
It will be
yeah.
the death of our mental health, the death of the collective, the death of society, the death of our physical bodies.
Right.
Right. If we keep giving into it and don't do something about it. And so we will end in the next segment or two on what we can do about it. This is, I want to be fully positive here. And that's the whole point of this.
Yeah.
But so I'm not getting too negative. But if we aren't aware
Right.
and if we don't pay attention and if we go down this road without awareness and we just continue to give into it in multiple ways, it will be the death of us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And on that idea of strategies, I will do a quick plug for loneliness, right? If we take the etymology of the word alone back, it's actually a contraction. It's an old contraction for all one.
Oh my gosh. I love your etymology.
Isn't that neat? And so, if we think of it that way, the cure,
The
if
cure
you will, is hidden
is in the word.
in the work itself.
Absolutely. Yes,
Right?
all one.
It goes back to what you suggested at the beginning, which is to reconnect with yourself and each other,
Mhm.
and to remember that we are all
All
one,
one.
and we're
Right.
never truly alone.
Right.
Because even in feeling alone, we are all one.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think, David, I think you're maybe an ambivert. You're kind of right there in the middle. I know Lauren and I are introverts.
Mm-hmm.
And so I am an introvert,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
As an introvert who craves my alone time and sometimes almost gets mad because I have not been given enough alone time. And
Yep.
I have a whole family that, always wants me and needs me, which I love. Don't stop.
Sure.
Right.
But I crave my alone time and need my alone time, but I also know that too much of that
Yep.
is detrimental.
Right.
Absolutely.
Too much of that, I'm going to become depressed.
Yeah.
I'm going to become anxious. And so, that's one reason that I have always been attracted to extroverts. My husband is very much an extrovert because I need somebody, I know I need
there's
somebody to
that
pull
balance.
me
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
There's that balance in your
Yes,
life. Yeah.
because if left to my own devices, I'm gonna sit in my house and rot by myself.
Yeah.
And that's rot. I mean, that's a good word because
Yeah.
it's exactly what we do when we do too much of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, from an introvert who needs their alone time, and that is the way I rejuvenate, I know the benefit of connection
Yeah.
and that social connection and talking, interacting face to face in real life form with other humans.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's there was a song, if I'm remembering, it was by The Who, Getting in Tune.
Yeah.
And it strikes me that, again, what you do at The Balanced Life is help a person get internally in tune.
Absolutely.
And that encourages what we're actually talking about.
Which is true attunement to each other and the
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all, it sounds kind of magical. It's not.
No, it's
But
energy.
It's energy. It's all energy. And it's the importance of, we're talking more about energy than probably we ever have. But there's probably still people out there right now listening to us that are saying, oh, here they go again, talking about that woo-woo stuff.
Right.
And, and it's actually, again, I would just invite for all of us to be open to new possibilities, be open to new ideas and new learning.
And it's really not that new, right? I mean, do you believe in Wi-Fi? Do you believe in Bluetooth?
Right.
Do you believe
Yeah.
in
We're
radio?
sitting in the middle of frequencies constantly.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
That's what makes all of our things work, and we don't think about
And it's
it.
invisible to the eye, right?
Yeah.
It is
The
absolutely
physical
invisible.
eye.
Just because it's invisible
Yeah.
doesn't mean that
It's
it is
That
not
it's not very real.
very, very real and very much a part of our life. That's what we're talking about today with Stacie Slabaugh. She never disappoints. The Balanced Life Wellness Center, 115 Kings Highway in Shreveport. If you have not checked out the Balanced Life Wellness Center, I invite you here at the beginning of the year. Go to thebalancedlife.us, take a tour. It's a great website. And if you are so inclined, book a session. Book an introductory session
Yes.
with Stacie and just see and feel the difference it can make in your life. We'll be back. More strategies with Stacie Slabaugh today. Strategies for Living. We'll be right back.
We all have problems every day. We all need help along the way. We need strategies, strategies, strategies for living radio.
And welcome back. Welcome back into Strategies for Living. Stacie Slabaugh, Lauren Leon McMillian, David McMillian with you here on Strategies for Living. Of course, Stacie Slabaugh from the Balanced Life Wellness Center, 115 Kings Highway in Shreveport. It's right next door to Strawn's. For those of us who have been around a while, Centennial Hardware spent years there.
They did.
And then Shreveport Music.
Shreveport Music.
So, it's funny. We've talked about this before, but, it's a natural evolving for the space, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Perfect evolution.
It started as fixing stuff. You can always go into Centennial Hardware and find that tool, that bolt, that screw that you couldn't find anyplace else, right?
Yeah.
And have a cup of coffee and visit, And then talk about getting in tune, Shreveport Music was there for
I
years.
continued the fixing with repairing instruments and tuning instruments.
Yeah.
You're doing that
Playing
now.
music, and now I'm doing it.
And the instrument that you're tuning
Looks a little
is
different.
us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our human body.
There you go.
The best, most profound, most God-given instrument there is.
What a miracle,
Yeah.
right? Well, if you want to check out, go to thebalancedlife.us and book an appointment. You can do it all there online.
Please do.
And you can also check out all of the different modalities. And Stacie is, she's very good at a number of them, everything that she offers. Some of it will blow your mind, though. Just be ready.
It still blows my mind.
Yeah.
Sometimes something will work. I'll use it on myself and be like, wow, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So, we've talked about where we are at the, here in 2026, still the beginning of a new year. We've talked about all the things that we're concerned about. Let's shift gears a little bit and talk about what can we do? Yeah.
Well, with connection, right, especially if you're dealing with your mental health or physical health, we want to remember to maintain that human connection. So our technology is wonderful. I'm using technology in my practice. Technology is absolutely wonderful. You can get very small scale handheld versions of the big thing that I use in my practice. You can now get handheld versions of that at home.
Sure.
We can call or do a telehealth, on the computer. So all of that is wonderful. And I'm not saying do away with that or don't do any of that, but also remember to, at times when you need to physically get up and go to your therapist.
Absolutely.
Or come to me, come get back in tune, get your body in tune. It will just help you feel so much more at peace. Even go to your massage therapist, go to your chiropractor, but get that human connection.
Right.
And don't fall to the tactic. Don't take the bait. There is an element of a divide and conquer out there. Whoever you want to blame it on.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get conspiratorial, but we can all feel it, right? We have all felt divided, and divided we fall.
No.
And so for me, I think for most therapists, it doesn't matter. I don't care what your politics are. I don't care how you want to live your life. There is absolutely no judgment. Come get some love.
Yeah.
Right. Come get some human connection and some love.
That's what will connect us. That's what will unite us.
Yes.
Obviously.
And we need to purge. I had a young man in Friday that it was a pretty heavy session, a pretty deep session. And, so I warn people, look, that stuff needs to come out.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And the heavy stuff needs to purge. It needs to come out. And the more we isolate and the more we stay by ourselves, the more it burrows in like a bad egg, like a bad bug.
Yeah.
It burrows down and it stays down inside of us.
And that's the danger. That's
Yes.
when it stays down there long enough. That's when it can manifest.
That's when it
into
manifests.
physical symptomology.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so just maintain awareness going throughout this year. And you know yourself, you know your body. When you begin to feel that you have stayed isolated too long, when you begin to feel that you're lacking that when you begin to feel heavy,
Yep.
seek out me, seek out someone like me,
Right.
and get the connection, get the love, feel the love, and let's purge that heavy stuff
Yeah.
and feel lighter again, feel connected.
Yeah.
And be ready. You may be surprised at what comes up sometimes. Sometimes, and again, this is a conscious, unconscious thing, but many times we're not aware on a conscious level of what's buried down there.
Right.
And we can't get at it until we can get it up to a level where we can deal with it.
I will actually say this. So what was it back in October? I did a session with you guys, and we won't go into that. But so I have been on this journey for years, and everything that I ask of my clients, I do to myself,
Right.
to not be a hypocrite. I don't do anything, and I don't start a new therapy or a new idea or implement
Until you
anything
practice it
until I
yourself.
have practiced it and done it myself.
Sure.
So I have been on this journey, and I apply everything to myself now for numerous years. It's 7 at least, if not a lot more. That being said, even with all that, I did a session with you guys, I think in October, and I got at some stuff that has been that I have been purging
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
since then.
Yeah.
that I wasn't aware of.
Right.
Right.
That with all of my years of doing this, there was still stuff buried and burrowed so deep in me that the session I did with you guys brought an kind of an aha moment that has then just brought on more and more and more.
And when
more.
you bring it to the surface, then you can deal with it.
But you're
Right.
also touching on something that you've touched on over and over again this episode, and that is the power of community and being able to be together in person, because so often we can bring out in each other those unconscious things that we can't see within ourselves by ourselves.
Right. And so, the three of us help each other. And what I am doing for you guys, what you guys did for me, cannot be done
No.
without each other.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, what you guys did for me, I couldn't have done to myself
Right.
on my own.
Right.
I
Yeah.
couldn't have done with reading any book or
Yeah.
or going online or
Yeah.
talking to AI or that it would not have pulled that out of me.
Right.
Right. I needed you guys.
Right.
Yeah.
And the things that I have helped you with, you needed me. So we need each other, no matter how educated we are, no matter how smart we are, no matter how much help we feel like we have from our home. We need more. We need each other.
And that's the beauty of what you do, particularly the modalities that you use, the biofield tuning, the scalar energy, the different modalities
Motion
you
code.
use. Yeah.
Yeah.
That bring to the surface things that normally we don't, we don't.
We can't see the forest for the trees.
Right.
I mean, we just can't see it in ourselves sometimes. I had a client a year or two ago that came and she tried a motion code on herself, and she was doing it over and over and over. And the first time she came to me, she's like, "You just pulled stuff out of me that I just didn't even know." And as soon as I pulled it out, she's like, "Yes, that was it."
Yep.
But she couldn't pull it out of herself.
Of herself. Yep. That's why we need each other. The Balanced Life Wellness Center, 115 Kings Highway in Shreveport, right next to Strawn's, right across from Centenary College. TheBalancedLife.us. Great website. You can see and read for yourself. Lots of information there that you can read about what Stacie does at the Balanced Life Wellness Center. And you can book you can book appointments right there.
Right there.
TheBalancedLife.us. So glad that you
So
are
thankful.
with us and part of our community. And we'll be back. More strategies in just a moment. And welcome back. Welcome back into Strategies for Living. Lauren Leon McMillian. Dr. Stacie Slabaugh from the Balanced Life Wellness Center. David McMillian here on Strategies. Okay, Stacie, you know the drill. What?
Put it out there. Just do it. My
Yeah.
closing message is one of love.
Yeah.
Right. Love. Seeing and feeling the world with active love, not passive victimhood, is what the world needs. The medicine, the cure for it all is bringing love and care into your own heart, mind, and soul, and then sending that out into the world.
Yeah.
And I can help you do that. I
You
help
can.
do
Yes, you
that.
can.
Lauren and I will
I can
both
guarantee.
absolutely testify to and guarantee that, in addition to being able to bring that out,
Yeah.
you will experience some surprises, some very pleasant, healthy surprises at what will come to the surface that you will then be able to deal with.
Right.
Yeah. And so thank you for what you do.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for being a great life strategist each and every time you come. Thank you for being a sponsor here on Strategies for Living and helping us continue the healing work that I hope we
Wouldn't
do.
have it any other way.
And so thankful for the day we passed by and saw the sign,
Yeah.
The Balanced Life. Wonder what that is.
We got to go check it out.
Got to check it out. Yeah. And folks, I hope you will do that too. And it's as easy as going to thebalancedlife.us and checking out all that's available at the Balanced Life Wellness Center, 115 Kings Highway in Shreveport. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of Strategies for Living. We do this for you each and every day, and we can do it because of our wonderful sponsors like the Balanced Life Wellness Center and the Robinson Film Center and Azalea Cleaners and Pintail Roofing and Learning RX. We train your brain. And Fertitas Delicatessen, home of the Godfather, Alligator Italian Sausage, and pretty good Muffies too, Uprising Addiction Center, and Mira Direct Primary Care. If today were the last day of your life, you only had one more phone call to make, who would you call? And what would you say? And why are you waiting? Make the call. For Stacie Slabaugh and for Lauren Leon McMillian, I'm David McMillian. See you next time right here on Strategies for Living.